Good morning, YouTube. This is the first I've left my bed since Saturday night. Every time I fall out like that, it always feels really weird stepping back out into the world. And I guess it's only been a couple days, not even really 2 days. So I guess I'll be all right. It's what day is it? Monday. It's Monday. Monday, August 8th, 2022, 3:12 p.m. Shooting on the iPhone, which seems to be working okay at the moment. I was just trying to respond to a text message to one of my sisters, and it just absolutely would not let me respond to her. Had a hell of a time logging in, logging into the phone, because as I mentioned, that the thumbprint sensor doesn't work. Every other iPhone I've ever had before, I basically just touch it with my thumb or my forefinger, and it as much as it creeped me out giving the thought of giving Apple my fingerprints, there's a lot to be said for the convenience of just being able to touch the home button on my phone and get logged in, and knowing that the only other way anybody was going to be able to get into my phone would be maybe doing the same thing with my sleeping body, which is something I wouldn't put past Priscilla, but that's another story. Okay, I gotta stop here and fix my shoe. My right shoelace has come undone. There's never really convenient places to stop and do that. Bag there, bag. So I finally put on my new shoes from Amazon. I don't know if I feel like I mentioned this in one of my vlogs. My work shoes, my safety shoes, which Amazon requires. It's the subject of several of my videos when I first started at Amazon, about how going through their whole mass signing up process or whatever. Like I went through the interview and I was given my first day of work. Oh shit, it says iPhone's down to 20% battery, low battery. Yikes. It hasn't been charging. Priscilla was sleeping on the side of where my charging stuff is, and I really hate it when she sleeps on that side, and I've told her, and I've asked her repeatedly, hey, don't sleep on that side of the bed, but she'll let your fat ass in there anyway. And oh God, I can't wait for her to be gone. I can't wait for her to be gone. I mean, even when there is sex happening, like there's things happening that mess my world up, and often it's just as simple as her body being between where my phone chargers are, and then me starting my day and starting to record and having a pop-up says that I'm at 20%. Things like that. And things like that just fuck me up. Especially when I don't have a car. I don't have a car to charge my phone in. I'm on my way to my therapist's office, by the way, so at least there I'm allowed to charge my phone there, and I'm pretty sure I have one of my chargers in my left pocket. I'm trying to think of which. It's one of the ones that came with one of the Obama phones, but I forget which one. Anyway, that charger brick has been pretty trustworthy. It's been better than average. Yeah, it's been a good one. So I got that one in my pocket. I got my shorter black USB-C cable and my new fancy luxurious, bought it at Ross, lightning cable. Of course, iPhone, I'm using the lightning cable. Sometime in the last 2 days since I've been hibernating, I managed to lose my long, the one I got at Ross is like a 10-foot. I know I mentioned it when I first got it because it's long enough to go from where my charging hole is in my car to the, goddamn, these motherfuckers watering the sidewalk again. Why do they do that? I don't understand why people water sidewalks. I would love to see the city, city of Phoenix has a water shortage going on. Like all our reservoirs that our water come from are at dangerously low levels, and we got these fuckers watering the sidewalk to where I gotta walk out in front of cars just to try to walk down the goddamn sidewalk without getting wet. Here you see there's still water on the sidewalk from where they were watering the sidewalk over here. Considering the state of water in Phoenix, I would love to see the city levy heavy fines on property owners that do that. I mean, I'm all for freedom and shit, but you know, your freedom to water your lawn how and when you wish ends when you're watering the sidewalk that I got to walk on, and depleting, like, and wasting water in that way. That the water is a resource that we all have to share, and you know, I'm actually down. I don't have a problem with you watering your lawn with it. A lot of people have an issue with that. It's like, oh, lawns are bad, golf courses are bad. Now, golf courses, generally speaking, use brown water, and pretty much every property on the other side of 46th also uses brown water. At least has the option of using brown water. But I don't think this side of 46th Street does. This 46th Street has to use, you know, sprinklers and drinking water. So, for God's sake, quit throwing it all over the sidewalk and inconveniencing people that have to walk on that sidewalk. Damn. All right, where was I? Oh yeah, my good lightning cable. The one I mentioned, it reaches from where my charging hole is in my car, and it reaches to my phone mount, so it's possible for me to shoot video and get power to my phone. I know at one point I was leaving Saturday night. Saturday night's really blurry. All I remember is it was bad. It was really, really bad. Priscilla wouldn't leave. We actually got into a physical altercation that I'm absolutely convinced she threw a punch at me. I'm not the kind of person to throw a punch at a woman and unless the punches come at me. Once a woman throws a punch at me, all bets are off. Oh, it's a dog. Once that's happened, it's like, well, you're man enough to throw a punch at me, you're man enough to receive a punch at me. After that, I just remember her crying and a bloody face. A well-deserved bloody face, I might add. I mean, seriously, when somebody's telling you need to fucking leave their place, you need to fucking leave their place. On that note, she has yet to leave my place. I haven't told her, well, that's fine, let's call the cops now. Let's call the cops now. That's fine. I'm more than happy, I'm more than happy to go to jail if it means you go away. I think that's what I said. Something like that. Which is fine. I mean, if the cops showed up then, it's pretty much a given. I'd have been arrested and I'd have gone away in the back of a cop car to deal with that. But I think in light of the circumstances, because I definitely had my lease handy in the paper that said that she had to leave as a house guest that had stayed beyond her 10 days, that she had to leave as well. That she did not live there and just had to leave. So I do believe that yeah, I would have probably been arrested. I probably would have been arrested, but I do believe that the cops would have removed her from the property before arresting me. And I do think that the cats would have stayed there where they belong. So that's not what happened. That's not what happened, and I don't even really want to talk about what happened, but let's just say the whole situation made me so depressed that I didn't even go to work yesterday. I didn't even get out of bed yesterday. In fact, I just barely got out of bed today, and it was a real struggle. I was actually the only. I don't know. I might have gone to work tonight. I might not have gone to work tonight. I'm dressed to go to work tonight, so I'll probably go to work tonight. And hopefully I do better at getting from my therapist's office to work than I did, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? I still haven't resolved the thing with with Bird, they still fuck me for over $25 for a 1 mile ride. So fuck you, Bird. I need to deal with that. I kind of forgot about having to deal with that. You know, I hate that I called the bank and I told them, hey, this charge is going to happen. And they're like, well, you need to call back after it happens. Look, I've already told you everything you need to know preemptively. Handle it. You're the bank. When that charge comes through, it's not an authorized charge. Don't let it come through. And they still fucking let it go through. So fuck you too, Chase Bank. Oh, and I noticed they charged me $15 for a service fee instead of $10 for a service fee for not really providing the service that I asked for. I've got to find time to go to Chase Bank as well. Figure out what the fuck is. And that's fine. I'm just going to actually go to Chase Bank in person. I probably won't be able to get that done today. It's, as you all seen before, it's 11 minutes and 7 seconds. From the time I started shooting video to get to this intersection. So that's, I thought this was only a 10-minute walk. I don't know, I was probably delayed a little bit by those sprinklers on the sidewalk. Oh, and tying my shoe, there was that. That always takes some time. Damn, and there's a bus down there at 44th Street. I need to check and see whether I got time to walk to the one on 44th Street or what's going to work out better, waiting for the one here at 46th Street or walking to 44th Street. It pisses me off to no end that every bus that stops at 44th Street doesn't stop at 46th Street. That's not how bus routes are supposed to work. All right. Hang on, I'm on my other hand here trying to operate the bus app. As god awful slow as this Obama phone is, with all the issues I've been having with the iPhone, which is fucking hot as fire again. So 3:33 to my next one. It says 3:33 delayed, 3:30. What time is it? God, my eyes won't focus on that. 3:24. So we're looking at 9 minutes. Okay, 9 minutes. And the bus is just sitting there. It's going to leave at 3:25, so it's going to leave in 1 minute. I'm not going to make it to it in 1 minute. I'm not going to make it to it in 1 minute. Although, there's always that chance it's just going to sit there longer than when it's supposed to leave. At any rate, I've almost walked halfway there, so I may as well just keep walking. The comfort side of it is, even if that one does leave without me, it's not a terrible one until the next one. So that's good news. Damn, I drank a little bit of cranberry juice, and I drank a little bit of vitamin water before heading out the door. But I can feel I'm already somewhat dehydrated. This heat, and walking in this heat, it's bad. It sucks. I don't even know how hot it is. I know it's been kind of mild. Look at this jackass stopping in the middle of the lane. It's not a parking spot, dumbass. That's not a camping spot. What's going on there? Oh, look at that ass crack. That's sexy. Hope y'all enjoyed that view of that dude's ass crack. Thinking that guy should just be arrested for a decent exposure. Never mind, everything else that might be going on there. Oh, you got fentanyl in his stuff. People who stop and organize piles of garbage like that on the sidewalk are generally strung out on drugs. But yeah, that ass crack, that's decent exposure in my book. Well, I wasn't watching ahead of me, and it looks like the other bus was left, so actually kind of happy to see that it left in time. Part of me's thinking I should go into McDonald's and ask for some water. Look at this line at McDonald's. What the hell? Dude, why are y'all waiting in lines at long at McDonald's? It's food is terrible for you. Y'all not seen Super Size Me? Yeah, so part of me wants to, actually, you know what, of all the places I think I should go and try to get some water, I think I'm gonna pop into the bank. Actually, I think I have enough time to pop into the bank. I have an account at Wells Fargo with a few $100s in it. Yeah, I'm gonna pop into the bank and get some water. Thanks for coming with me.